Hello, everybody. This is Tiny Game King coming at you with another draft talk. This is for the CBN, which is a no terror draft league, and I thought it'd be fun to try it out, so we decided to join this draft. We did CBN before, but it's been a while since we've been back, so there's a lot of different trainers that we'll be facing in this. So here's some of the rules and overview kind of stuff. So there were 16 coaches. There'll be 8 weeks, and top 8 will make playoffs. We had to pick 10 Pokemon, but we could only have one Pokemon in the 19-20 tier section. So if you drafted a 19, you couldn't draft a 20 the next one, and vice versa. So you could only pick one out of them two tiers. We had 100 points to draft 10 Pokemon, so we had to we had to work around that. And like I said, it's no terror, so none of the Pokemon can terror, so you have to think of that when you draft your team. It was like most drafts, it was snake style, so you started at pick like the first person, and then went to the 16th, and then 16th to 1. So we drafted 8, which was not the greatest in my opinion, because I had to think of what would get back to me in my draft, and was hoping that it would, since we're dead in the middle of the draft, and you always usually get sniped in drafts. So I had to think of that when I was drafting in my in it. So when it got to me, I wasn't 100% sure what I was going to draft. I had an idea what I wanted, but decided didn't want to do that since I was 8th, and I decided I'd like to do, when this mon came to me, I said, I'm going to pick this up, and I think no matter what, it'll help me out, and I'm sure I can work around what I can get. And the first Pokemon I drafted was Chiyu. Chiyu gives us a fire dark Pokemon. It's really strong. Its ability to make all special attacks do more damage is nice, and I think that will help us out a lot. So my next Pokemon I wanted was a mon to help with that, and I think this Pokemon does that a lot, and that is Indeedee. So in this league, actually, I can use both Indeedees. So I can use the female Indeedee or the male Indeedee. I think that's really neat in the aspect that we can maybe surprise some people thinking that I'm going to bring the one and I bring the other. And since only one of them technically gets like expanded force, that could be a nice little surprise sometimes. So I thought that would be neat. Now, the next Pokemon I picked up was Iron Valiant. I've never used Iron Valiant. I think it should be a neat Pokemon to use. It can be both physical and special, so I think that's good. It lets um, me choose what I want to go with. It goes really well with Indeedee since it has expanding force, which I thought would be nice to have, and we can do some spread damage and things like that. So I was like, let's pick it up. It's really strong, and I wanted to try it out. So I got that one. And then the next Pokemon I picked up was Spectrier. Spectrier gives me an extremely fast and strong Pokemon. Team it up with Chi-Yu and some of the other ones we've already picked up, and we're going to do some major damage. And I just think that with that and like Chi-Yu making it do even extra damage because it's being special, we are going to be hitting hard and taking names. So I'm thinking, why not? Like, you can't go wrong with Spectrier. Its ability Grimnay, when it takes out something, makes it even stronger. So I think that is going to be a great Mon for our team. So at this point, I have no Trick Room mode. None at all. I have a couple Mons that can do Trick Room, but they're not really that good in Trick Room. Indeedee maybe a little bit more since it's a little slower, but it's still, we don't have anything for Trick Room to even be used with. And I'm not really much into Trick Room, but I really want to try it more this season and try to get better at it. So the next Pokemon I picked up is the other half of that horse, and I picked up Glacier. So Glacier gives us a really strong physical, which is another thing we don't have much of, but physical Mon for Trick Room. And it's going to be pretty hard to deal with, I think, especially if we can get it going. We can't tear it out of its weakness, but I think ice isn't that bad defensively. It can be, but Glacier has some decent defenses, so I think we can definitely work with it. So the next Mon I wanted to do was to help us if we need to with some support, as the only really support Mon I felt I had at this moment was Indeedee, and I wanted some extra with that. So in saying that, we picked up Drifblim. Drifblim gives us a Pokemon that can help us speed up our Mons if we need it to be sped up, which is we're already a pretty fast mode. But if we want to make a slow mode faster, we can do that. It lets us use Trick Room as well. It gives us like supports with like burn and that. So I was like, and with its unburden ability, we can use that with our terrains like from this Psychic Surge. So I thought, let's pick it up and with it being a special, that can help us out as well with Chi-Yu. So the next Pokemon I picked up, I wanted to give us something to help lower like attacks on us, and also help with the ghost weakness I got with a few of my mons. And so I picked up Tauros, the Kanto version. So it gives us a normal Intimidate, which I thought was would be good to have, since we can lower some of our opponent's attacks that might be coming against us, and help with another decently strong physical mon, which at this point I'm mostly special. So I was like, let's pick up Tauros, and we will go from there. Then the next Pokemon I picked up, I was like, I need some more offense for my Trick Room mode. The only one I have really right now is Glacier, and I wanted something else, so it didn't have like a weak Trick Room. I wanted something to make it so people really had to think about both my fast mode and my Trick Room mode, not think of the fast mode and then be like, I don't really need to worry about his Trick Room since it's only Glacier. So I picked up Clawitzer. So Clawitzer is a really good special attacker in my opinion, and its ability Mega Launcher just makes it that much more stronger. And if we put him out with Chi-Yu, even if like with Chi-Yu being fast, it's still gonna do a lot of damage. And I thought, let's do it. Let's pick up Clawitzer and give ourselves another strong mon for Trick Room mode. And in saying that, I wanted to pick up another Trick Room Pokemon, and I'm running out of points at this point. I think like I only have like 3 points left. So I decided the next mon I wanted to get was a mon that I have a little bit of nostalgia with. Sorry guys. As it was the Pokemon I got my first shiny with, and that was Rhydon. Well, my first shiny is Rhyhorn technically, but Rhydon being its evolution, I was like, I'm gonna pick Rhydon as my second last Pokemon. And I was like, it's really strong. Put an Eviolite on it. It's gonna have really good defense. Special defense is gonna be something we have to worry about a little bit with this guy, because the special defense isn't that good. But I think we can work around that and figure things out. It being ground and rock does give it some weaknesses. It's not the greatest, but we can figure things out. Since we can't tell, we can just do some like swapping in and out maybe to try to get him in the right position. But with as strong as he is, he's gonna hit hard, and that's what I wanted. especially from a Pokemon that's only 2 points. Now, the last Pokemon I picked. Like I said, I only have 1 point at this point. And I wanted to pick a Pokemon that I could maybe use. And I thought, well, I can finish my Fire, Water, Grass core with this Pokemon if I pick it up. And that was Weaving. So Weaving gives us another Pokemon that we could use an Eviolite with if we wanted to, which isn't always the greatest to have a couple that use that, but Pokemon like Rhydon I felt could be sometimes used, and I did need Eviolite, especially if we're going up against like more of a physical team. So I was like, well, Weaving was a decent Pokemon for the 1 point. You're not going to get much for 1 pointers anyways. And it can help us with supports like Sleep Powder and even Stun Spore and things like that. So I was like, let's pick up Weeping Bell and we will go from there. So that's my team. We got, and the points there, so Chi-Yu cost me 20, Didi's cost me 17, Iron Valiant was 15, same with Spectrier was 15, I got Glacier for 8, Driftbloom for 8, Tauros for 6, Clodsir for 5, Rhydon for 5, that's right, it was 5, not 2. For some reason I was thinking it was 2, but I was wrong. And then Weeping Bell for 1. This team, I think, speaks to me decently. Like, it's definitely going to be a different type of team than I'm used to. I'm more try to do like kind of like a bulkier team, but I think this is more going to be offensive, which I like to try out since I haven't been doing too well. So I was like, let's try something new and see if we can work with that. So hopefully you guys like this. I know it wasn't really an in-depth about my team, just more like what I drafted and a quick thing of why I drafted it. I didn't want to really get into like a huge thing about the team, just thought it'd be nice to get a quick little video out. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully we can do well with this draft, and but also have fun. It's not always about winning. The winning is always nice, but as long as you have fun, it's good. So I'm hoping to have at least a fun season in the CBN, and hopefully we can do well in it. But until then, see you guys. Videos are going to be, by the sounds of it, going to be uploaded, I think, every Sunday. They want to do everyone release on the same day kind of thing, so I'll try to be getting these videos out every Sunday for the drafts. But until then, see you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and hopefully you guys enjoy the content to come. See you later.